Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Hua. I am getting ready for Halloween with my Halloween Horror Fest stories. Some of these stories are fictional stories that I've written for your entertainment, and some of them are actual experiences from myself or listeners like you. If you have a story or an experience you'd like to share, please submit it to my email listed in the comments below. This one is called Unholy Whispers, and this is fact and fiction put together for your entertainment. Enjoy.
I look at you, you make me blind. Why do you have to be so beautiful all the time? I know I can't be with you. It's killing me to see you with someone else. What to do? Now I'm in the corner and watching you smile, watching you smile. And I can't get over you, I'm losing my mind. All of the things
I had always been hearing voices, even when I was very young, and it scared me to the core. A little child, curled like an infant, wrapped in several blankets, hoping the sounds would go away. But they returned, twice as much, and even adding presence in my room where I felt its eyes gazing at me from the bundle of clothes I'd left on the floor. It got pretty bad to where I would force myself to stay awake all night long and sleep in the day. But as a child, it didn't work because I had school to attend to in the mornings. My teachers called my parents in several times a month to discuss my problem, and they were even blamed of being terrible parents. They didn't know how to help me because I wouldn't share. So I kept it hidden and just tried to endure as I could. I met my husband when I was 18 years old, and our first night of being intimate together brought changes to the world around me. I felt he kept me safe by being in bed with me, and for the first time I could understand what peace at night was. We got married 6 months later, and life was beautiful. I was able to sleep well at night, and it seemed like my husband's soul spirit protected me. It also helped that I moved out of my parents' home and was no longer there. 7 years later, and 2 kids, my husband and I began to see things differently from when we first got together. I was at a point in my life where I was lost of figuring out where I needed to be, and he was happy with himself, but not with our life. It led us to fight and disagree all the time, forcing him to sleep on the couch and less with me. And that was when it returned. First, it appeared in dreams, as a shadow that seemed to loom around me, making me feel uncertain. Then it started appearing in corners of my house that made my hair rise up. And then it began to attack me physically when my husband and I argued and he slept elsewhere. And finally it appeared before me, at the edge of my bed, eyes just as glittering in the dark as before, with a tongue that dangled and whispered unholiness as it used to when I was a child. But when I told my husband, he said I was asking for attention. I had nowhere to turn to, for my parents had long passed, and so I fought the nightmare alone. I began to lose weight, and I had such terrible bags underneath my eyes. People started noticing and expressed their concern to me. I tried to come up with excuses. Oh, I've been really busy, that's all. But you can only hide it for so long before darkness takes over you. And that's when it happened. I slipped into a sleeping state where I was following a man to a realm that didn't exist on earth. I remembered I gave my kids a bath, and I felt so extremely exhausted. I stumbled to the bedroom where the bedsheets called my name, humming for me to lay down, and I fell onto the bed in a defeated state. I woke up to the wind blowing through my hair, a whisper among the winds of my name, and I was wearing something that wasn't my own. Ahead of me, a tall man with broad shoulders wearing all gold was running. I called out for him to wait for me and began running after him. The sun began to disappear in the sky, and as I reached for the hem of his shirt, I fell into a sinkhole where I heard the growling of what looked like zombies all around me. They were growling, reaching out with their claws, and their teeth were long and sharp. I screamed as I continued falling, and then I hit the pit of the bottom where the sinkhole began to close from up above. No! I'm in here, I cried. Please help me. It was cold, and I began to shiver. Where was I? The fear multiplied, and I was searching for a way out, and then a voice called out to me.
What are you doing here?
It was low and deep, but warm and inviting. I turned around, and I found my own husband, sitting in a corner wearing all black. His hair was long, and he looked like he'd been starved. He gave me this strange look, and then when he smiled, his teeth were black. Jerry? I called out. Is that you? What are you doing here? Where is this place? He didn't look at me, but he kept his gaze focused with something in his hand.
You should leave. If she finds out you were here, she'll roast you.
What he said scared me, and I walked to him, but something prevented me from getting too close to him. It was like an invisible shield, and when I reached out to touch it, it glitched and distorted. He was behind a wall, something I couldn't reach him. Jerry, I called out, look at me. Please, look at me. He turned slightly and gave me a weak smile.
You look like someone I know.
Who? I asked as tears filled my eyes.
I don't know.
He whispered.
Just someone I used to know. I feel she's important to me, but I can't remember. She comes to my mind every now and then, but I can't keep up with her.
Why not? He turned away and didn't answer. Jerry, answer me. And that was when the growl came from behind me. I turned and found what had been lurking inside my house right before me. It wasn't an animal. It was a woman. A woman who looked like me. She walked toward me with a smile, and then her eyes glittered, just as it did every single night. Who are you? I asked through a whisper. She smiled and placed her lips right by my ears and whispered,
I'm the Unholy Whisperer from you.
And everything came rushing back. The romance between me and Jerry, the jealousy, the unfaithfulness, the unholy lies. I then realized that in that moment, that the woman whose glittery eyes looked at me from the edge of my bed had been none other than myself. I had been just a little girl when I had attached myself to Jerry, who had sung a song that captured my heart and soul. I had been following him all my life, and the Jerry in life was a dying person in front of me. And because of me, his wife hated me, despised me, threatened me, did everything she could to build a wall around us. And yet I was still the unholy whisper that wouldn't let go. And I looked at Jerry and I said, come home with me. Thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next episode.
I look at you, you make me blind. Why do you have to be so beautiful all the time? I know I can't be with you. It's killing me to see you with someone else. What to do? Now I'm in the corner and watching you smile, watching you smile. And I can't get over you, I'm losing my mind. All of the things that I wish I could tell you, every time when you passing me by, I fall in love. There's something about you, I wish you were mine. And if I only could be there to hold you, it feels like I stop breathing when you're around. I'm in love. There's something about you, I wish you arms around you just to be close to you. And in my head, it's just you and I don't know why I feel this way. Now I'm in the corner and watching you smile, watching you smile. Now I can't get over you, I'm losing my mind. All of the things that I wish I could tell you, every time when you're passing me by, I fall in love. There's something about you, I wish you were mine. And if I only could be there to hold you, it feels like I stop breathing when you're around. I'm in love, there's something about you, I wish you were mine. I wish you were mine, I wish you were mine. 'Cause every time you pass me by, I fall in love, I fall in love. All of the things that I wish I could tell you, every time when you're passing me by, I fall in love. There's something about you, I wish you were mine. And if I only could be there to hold you, it feels like I stop breathing when you're around. I'm in love, there's something about you, I wish you were mine. Ooh, there's something about you, I wish you were mine.